A very good morning to all my commerce punters and all the students. So, welcome to my lecture again of Secretarial Practice, Chapter 6 of Class 11th, Directors and Key Managerial Personnel of a Company. So, बच्चे लोग, as you all know, yesterday we started with this gola in the center. ये वाला topic हमने शुरू किया था yesterday. As we had finished what was the meaning of director, so जो director वाली branch थी वो completely हमने खत्म कर दिया था, and we started with key managerial personnel, in which we finished off with the basic and the first two important people, be it वो CEO, MD or a manager, and then we saw about who can be called as a whole-time director. And then we saw the differences between managing director, a whole-time director, and a manager of a company. So today, bacha log will be focusing on the remaining two most important people. That is, as you can see in this particular slide, the CS, company secretary, and the third one, chief financial officer. So let's begin with company secretary. Now, as you all know, जब सबसे पहले हमने ये subject शुरू किया था, the very first lesson of your secretarial practice of this particular year was secretary. So we have studied the company secretary earlier as an important type of secretary. Now, in this particular topic, we'll be seeing how the secretary is an important part of the KMP. That is, he or she is considered as one of the most important persons out of the KMP, that is key managerial personnel. So section 2 subsection 24 defines company secretary, and it states that company secretary is appointed to perform the functions of company secretary under the act. Person should be a member of the ICSI, Institute of Company Secretaries of India. So this we had already seen in chapter number 1 as well. The following classes of companies must appoint a whole-time company secretary. Number 1, listed company. Number 2, all other companies with a paid-up share capital of 5 crore or more. तो yesterday we saw whole-time director कौन-कौन से companies को appoint करना चाहिए, listed company, and all the public companies and all other companies whose turnover, whose share capital is crossing 10 crores or more. So here we can see whole-time company secretary कौन-कौन से companies को appoint करनी चाहिए. एक है listed और दूसरी all the other companies whose share capital crosses 5 crore or more. The whole-time company secretary is appointed by a resolution of the board, and the board decides the term, conditions, and remuneration. The whole-time company secretary cannot hold office in more than one company. So this we had already seen yesterday. जो भी whole-time employer है, वो at a time किसी एक company में whole-time काम कर सकता है as a full-timer. Okay, ये कंपनी में भी फुल टाइम, वो कंपनी में भी फुल टाइम. दिस कैन नॉट हैपन. पार्ट टाइम यस, वो पार्ट टाइम 2-3 कंपनी में एक साथ कर सकता है, बट जब फुल टाइम की बारी आती है तो ही और शी कैन वर्क in only one particular office. The whole-time secretary can be a director of a company with permission of the board. The first secretary of the company is appointed by the promoters of the company, as they are the first persons who have come up with the idea of starting up of the company. The first secretary is called as pro-term secretary. The pro-term secretary appointed by the promoters may or may not be appointed as regular secretary by the board. So the pro-term secretary can be a regular secretary or cannot be a regular secretary. This pro-term secretary helps in fulfilling the different formalities during formation of the company. अब ये प्रोटर्म का मतलब क्या है? प्रोटर्म मीन्स टेम्पररी फॉर द मोमेंट एंड इंटरिम फॉर नाउ. मतलब ये फिक्स नहीं होता है कि दिस पर्टिकुलर सेक्रेटरी इज अपॉइंटेड परमानेंटली for the entire year or for 2 years or for 5 years. It is for temporary purpose as they are appointed by the promoters of the company, and इस particular secretary को all the formalities he or she has to fulfill during the formation of the company. The appointment of the secretary must be recorded in the register of directors and key managerial personnel and their shareholdings. Now, as the secretary of the company, the secretary has to perform two important duties just like the directors. तो हमने देखा था ना, directors also has to perform statutory duties and general duties. So in the same way, when a secretary is appointed as a company secretary and as a full-time basically, so he or she has to perform statutory duties and general duties. So let's have a look one by one at the above duties specified of secretary. Starting with the topic. Number one, statutory duties, as I told you, are the compulsory duties which are specified by the Act. So some of these are to organize and be present at all the meetings of the company, including the board meetings. So meetings organize करना and उनमें present रहना is one of the statutory duties of secretary. To take minutes of all the meetings, I explained you all already what are minutes. Minutes are nothing but the secretary records all the points which are discussed in the meeting in a book, which is called as minutes book. Conducting the correspondence with the shareholder on matters like issue of share, transfer of shares, etc. So already class, we have finished 2 chapters on correspondence, that is letter writing, writing emails, writing messages, all these comes under correspondence. Issuing notices and circulars to members of the company and others as guided by the board. Maintain and update different registers, books of the company like register of members, debenture holders, etc. Filing all the necessary returns with the registrar of companies. So minutes means the recorded proceedings of the meeting written after its conclusion. As I told you, जो भी meeting conduct हो रही है, what all things were discussed, you are noting down point wise in the minutes book that is done by the secretary. So class, this was the simple duties which the secretary should perform, and this we have already learned in the previous chapters. Now, what are the general duties? This depends on the size and nature of the business and the terms of arrangement made between secretary and the company. तो उसमें से क्या क्या हो सकता है? To provide guidance to the board and directors of the company with respect to their duties, responsibilities, and powers. To represent before different regulators and authorities with discharge of different duties under the Act. To assist the board in conduct of affairs of the company. To assist and advise the board in ensuring good corporate governance. To perform all the duties that may be assigned by the board from time to time. So these are all which has to be done by the secretary as per the Act, as per the culture of the organization. Board को assist करना, support करना, to maintain and see to it that proper environment is maintained within the organization for all the employees who are working in the organization. तो वो सब general duties में आता है. So after seeing the duties of the secretary, we can diagrammatically represent the role of a secretary into 3 different parts. So the emphasis on good governance has increased the role of secretary in protecting the interest of different stakeholders. So the role of company secretary diagrammatically can be presented under 3 sections. Number 1, as a statutory officer. Number 2, as a coordinator internally as well as externally. And as an administrative officer. तो लेट्स सी ये तीनों का रोल सेक्रेटरी किस तरीके से परफॉर्म करती है वन बाय वन. सो हैव अ लुक, लिसन टू मी एंड ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड. सो फर्स्ट वी आर गोना सी सेक्रेटरी एज अ स्टैट्यूटरी ऑफिसर. So as the principal officer of a company, the secretary is responsible for strict compliance of different provisions of the Act. सो वन ऑफ द फीचर्स ऑफ सेक्रेटरी क्या था? कंप्लायंस ऑफिसर. अगर आपको याद होगा बच्चे लोग, कंप्लायंस ऑफिसर का मतलब है द सेक्रेटरी शुड सी वेदर ऑल द रूल्स आर स्ट्रिक्टली फॉलोड एज प्रिस्क्राइब बाय द कंपनीज एक्ट. तो वो फॉलो हो रहे हैं कि नहीं, प्रॉपर वे में कंडक्ट हो रहा है कि नहीं, ऑल द लीगल मैटर्स आर फॉलोड प्रॉपरली और नॉट. तो वो सब ध्यान रखने का जिम्मा किसका है? सेक्रेटरी. That is, sign any document for authentication, to sign and deliver annual returns and other documents and forms of the company to the registrar of companies, to maintain different registers. तो कंपनी को अलग अलग स्टैट्यूटरी रजिस्टर्स मेंटेन करने पड़ते हैं, जैसे मिनट्स ऑफ जनरल मीटिंग हो गया, बोर्ड मीटिंग हो गया, registers of members, shareholders, debenture holders, register of directors and KMPs and their shareholdings, ensuring necessary compliance of law. तो ये सब चीजें अलग अलग रजिस्टर्स मेंटेन किए जा रहे हैं, रिकॉर्ड्स मेंटेन हो रहा है कि नहीं. सो ऑल दीज थिंग्स हैव टू बी लुक्ड अपॉन बाय द सेक्रेटरी. So moving on to the second role, which is performed, coordinator. So the board of directors, as the supreme managerial authority, decides the board policies to be followed by the company. Effective implementation of the same is the duty of the secretary. बोर्ड वालों ने पॉलिसी बना दी है ना, वो इम्प्लीमेंट हो रहा है कि नहीं, इट इज एक्चुअली इम्प्लाइड इन द कंपनी और नॉट, ये देखने की जिम्मेदारी किसकी होती है? सेक्रेटरी. Secretary is required to work as network between the board and other executives at different level. तो ये लिंक है जो ज्वाइन करते, एक ब्रिज है which connects the board of directors and other employees of the company. Secretary is the mouthpiece or spokesperson of the board, and he or she has to coordinate in two ways, internally as well as externally. Before we read out internally, मेरे को बच्चे लोग आप लोग बता सकते हो इंटरनली में वो क्या कोऑर्डिनेट करती होगी? अब भी मैंने आपको बोला ना, करेक्ट. सो इंटरनली मींस विद इन द कंपनी, जैसे डिपार्टमेंट्स हो गए, एम्प्लॉइज हो गया, बोर्ड एंड एम्प्लॉइज हो गए. सो विद इन द कंपनी द सेक्रेटरी हैज टू एक्ट एज अ कोऑर्डिनेटर. एक्सटर्नली बच्चे लोग, वेरी गुड, वेरी नाइस आंसर. एक्सटर्नली मतलब सेक्रेटरी कम्युनिकेटिंग विद द कस्टमर्स, with the shareholders, with the investors of the company, with the other people, other companies. मतलब company and outsider के बीच का link, जो हमने example किसमें देखा? In chapter 10 and chapter 11, that is correspondence वाला chapter, wherein secretary writes business letters and communicates with different people inside the company as well as outside. Very good class. तो आप लोग को अभी धीरे धीरे टॉपिक समझ में आ रहा है, which is very good. So as internal coordinator, secretary's activities involve talking or communicating with the board, with the MD, chairperson on one hand, and executive of different cadres, trade union and auditors of the company on the other hand. So as external coordinator, secretary needs to create a relationship between company and shareholders, company and government, company and public at large. So are you all clear with the two important roles a secretary performs? तीसरा रोल है एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव ऑफिसर. तो जितना भी एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन, ऑफिस, क्लेरिकल काम है, अगेन दैट हैज टू बी हैंडल्ड एंड seen by secretary. Secretary as a general administrative officer is required to ensure implementation of the policies of the company, supervision, control, functioning of different departments of the company is the secretary's job. The position of secretary enables him or her to have an overall view of different aspects of company's administration and develop a strong and efficient organizational setup. Secretary contributes in administration of the company whereby recruitment मतलब नए लोगों को हायर करना, चूज करना, जॉब के लिए एप्लीकेशंस बुलवाना, then after that selection, फिर उनको ट्रेन करना, उनका remuneration, promotion, etc. All this has to be looked after by the secretary कि ये सारे काम कंपनी में बराबर चल रहे हैं या नहीं. So that is what is administrative officer in charge as well, which the secretary has to perform. तो बच्चा लोग up till now कंपनी सेक्रेटरी इन एम्प्लॉयमेंट एंड इन प्रैक्टिस, तो up till now हमने जो भी सेक्रेटरी के बारे में पढ़ा था वो सब इन टर्म्स ऑफ एम्प्लॉयमेंट था, जैसे एज एन एम्प्लॉय ऑफ द कंपनी सेक्रेटरी क्या क्या काम करती है. बट अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट बीइंग अ सेक्रेटरी, जैसे सीए प्रैक्टिस करते हैं ना, कंपनी के लिए भी काम करते हैं एंड अपना खुद का प्रोफेशन भी वो लोग रन करते हैं एज अ सीए. तो कंपनी सेक्रेटरी भी सेम वे है. फर्स्ट इज यू कैन बिकम एन एम्प्लॉय इन द कंपनी और प्रोवाइड योर सर्विसेज बाय चार्जिंग अ फीस, उसको बोलते हैं प्रैक्टिस. So what we have studied until now indicates the company secretary in employment as employee of the company. So now we'll see how agar company secretary performs or gives the services as practice, तो वो किस type की होगी. The member of the institute is in practice when individually or in partnership with one or more members of the institute engages himself or herself as in practice of profession of company secretary, also offers to perform services in relation to promotion, formation, incorporation, amalgamation, reconstruction, reorganization of companies के लिए भी service वो provide करके he or she can charge fees for rendering such services. Offers services in areas of filing, registering, presenting, verifying documents like forms, applications, returns on and behalf of the company. Can act as share transfer agent, share stock broker, and issue house, secretarial auditor or consultant. तो ये सारे roles practicing में होते. Practicing मतलब खुद का service offer कर रहे हो and आप fees charge कर रहे हो. तो आप खुद के मालिक हो, you're not working for somebody but yes providing services and उसके लिए you're charging your fees. Or the second option is you can work as an employee of the company and render your services. So these are the two employment options. You can be an entrepreneur, you can be an individual, a professional and offer your services and charge fees accordingly. Or the second option is you can become an employee of the company and render your services to the company for the same. तो इसके साथ the role of company secretary gets over and that is why the secretary is treated as an important person amongst KMPs. So finally coming towards the last person who is also considered one of the most important persons in KMP is CFO, that is Chief Financial Officer or Chief Finance Officer. तो नाम में ही मीनिंग है. CFO is the officer of a company who is responsible for the company's finances. कंपनी के finances देखता है ये. So this extends to financial planning हो सकता है, management हो सकता है, taking financial risks, keeping the record and financial reporting, reports banana for the same. CFO also helps in analyzing and recognizing the company's strength and weakness. कंपनी के पास पैसे का स्ट्रेंथ कितना है, whether it is owned capital या डेट ज्यादा है या इक्विटी कैपिटल ज्यादा है. अगर डेट ज्यादा है तो how can the company reduce that debt, how to bring more of equity capital, all these things have to be handled by the CFO. The CFO has to take timely corrective actions with respect to finances of the company. The CFO is responsible for presenting and reporting accurate and timely financial information of the company. Next point, the CFO inputs by the CFO make the basis of the board report. तो जब board वाले meeting present करते हैं, when the board meeting is held, so what is the financial position of the company, कंपनी की क्या हालत है financially, all this base is given by the CFO to the board. CFO is appointed as a regular employee in the roles of company or may be on contractual basis for a certain period of time. तो या तो the CFO can be appointed as a full timer or he may be appointed on contractual basis for the same. Okay, so now after this, the CFO need not be the director of the company and is compulsorily required to sign audited financial statements of the company. So जरूरी नहीं है कि CFO डायरेक्टर रहे कंपनी का, but yes, he has to compulsorily sign the audited financial statements of the company. Now, what do you mean by audited financial statements? Now, audit का मतलब होता है every year. Audit means checking होती है. So the checking is done. Basically, audit होता है, उसमें पता चलता है whether the company is financially stable or not. तो वो हमको पता चलता है. So basically, in that, when the audit report is finished, that time फिनिश होने के बाद इट हैज टू बी साइंड बाय द CFO ऑफ द कंपनी. तो नाम में मीनिंग है ना CFO, चीफ फाइनेंशियल ऑफिसर ऑफ द कंपनी. सो आई ऑल क्लियर अप टिल नाउ? व्हाट एम आई एक्सप्लेनिंग यू ऑल? ओके, सो दिस हैज टू बी डन कंपल्सरीली बाय द CFO. So read these 2 points carefully. CFO need not be the director of the company, but is compulsorily required to sign the audited financial statements of the कंपनी. सो ऑडिट का मतलब होता है ऐसे बंदे को अपॉइंट किया जाता है जो चेक करता है कि कंपनी ने जो ट्रेडिंग अकाउंट, प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस, बैलेंस शीट बनाया है वो बराबर है या नहीं, और वेदर देयर इज एनी मिसकैलकुलेशन या ज्यादा प्रॉफिट दिखाया तो नहीं जा रहा है या इधर उधर एडजस्टमेंट्स तो नहीं किए जा रहे हैं. दैट इज व्हाट इज द रोल ऑफ एन ऑडिटर. So once the audit is finished, then it has to be signed by the CFO. Of course, CFO क्यों sign करेगा? Because he is responsible to look out about the finances of the company. So that is why he has to compulsorily sign once the financial statements का audit खत्म हो जाता है, checking खत्म हो जाती है उसके बाद. So that was about the role of CFO. So quick revision we'll do because with this we have already ended with this particular chapter. तो फट से देख लेते हैं हमने क्या क्या कवर किया है बच्चे लोग. So we started first with meaning and definition of directors. Then we started with types of directors. Then we finished role, powers, duties, liability, remuneration, appointment and qualifications and removal of directors. So this पूरा एक हिस्सा डायरेक्टर्स के ऊपर टॉपिक बनाया गया है. Then yesterday we started with KMP, key managerial personnel, and we saw ये वो बंदे होते हैं जो बोर्ड ऑफ डायरेक्टर्स के सपोर्ट बनते हैं, जो दूसरे कामों को देखते हैं, हैंडल करते हैं, जिस वजह से बोर्ड ऑफ डायरेक्टर्स आर एबल टू मैनेज द एंटायर फंक्शन ऑफ द कंपनी. ये लोग बाकी कामों को संभाल लेते हैं, तब जाके बोर्ड ऑफ डायरेक्टर्स अपना मेन काम पे फोकस कर सकते हैं. सो दैट इज व्हाई इट इज सेड ना बच्चे लोग, टीम, एक टीम वर्क होता है. टुगेदर एवरीवन अचीव्स मोर. एक बंदा भले क्रूशियल होगा लेकिन एक बंदे से टीम नहीं बन सकती ना. तो बोर्ड अकेला कंपनी नहीं चला सकता. If the board has to manage, उसको दूसरे लोगों की मदद भी लगेगी, supporting role लगेगा, and that supporting role is performed none other than by the KMPs. और कौन कौन थे ये KMPs? CEO और MD और manager of the company. Then we saw whole time director भी appoint हो सकता है कंपनी में. And today we studied about 2 more important people, that is the secretary, उसका in-depth role and function from the point of view of the company, and CFO, chief financial officer of the company, जो कंपनी के finances handle करता है, जो कंपनीज के finances को देखता है. So with this बच्चे लोग we come to an end of this particular chapter, and I hope you all are very clear with regards to this. So if you like the video, please do share, subscribe and forward across to many students as possible, because भले गवर्नमेंट ने बोल दिया है कि 11th स्टैंडर्ड के एग्जाम्स नहीं होंगे, but it is very important that you study and listen to these concept, because ये आपके अगले साल के बेस है. So in the coming year 12th standard, अगर आप 11th को ऐसे मिस आउट करोगे तो नेक्स्ट ईयर आपको दिक्कत होगी काफी कॉन्सेप्ट समझने में. So I request all the students to just listen and understand and clear the concept so that अगले साल आपको कोई दिक्कत ना हो. So on this note, I take a leave and I stop for the day. Thank you so very much for listening to me patiently. And yes, stay tuned, keep following and spreading the word until we meet in our next lecture. So thank you so much, Bachalo, for listening to me. I stop here for the day.